are doing density. Density, some things float, some things sink, all because of density. The more mass and less air an object has, the more dense it is, means it'll sink. So less density, float. More density, sink. So let's talk about our vocabulary. Molecules. So molecules are like little, think of them as like little dots in all things. In all things, even in you. A group of two or more atoms that are stuck together. And in density, molecules, it's how, like the dots, if there's a lot of dots together, this is a solid. So a solid is like a rock. Their molecules are packed in really super tight. That makes them more dense. There's less air between the molecules. And something like gas, oxygen, hydrogen, those are gases. Those are things that we don't really see. They have molecules as well, but they're a lot farther apart, and you could literally see right through them. So, molecule, weight, a measure of how heavy an object is. How much something weighs also helps determine, like that's gravity pushing on an object to give you your weight, and that will tell you if you can float or if you can sink. Volume is the amount of three-dimensional space that an object occupies. So like when we're talking about liquids, it's like if you pour in this much liquid, how much would it take up of this bottle? Length, the measurement of how long or how wide an object is. So usually you guys know your weight and your height or length. And then mass, the measure of how much matter, so your molecule, is in an object. So our experiment is we're going to figure out, well, liquids, right? Liquids you would think are all the same, but no, liquids have different densities or mass or weight. So they float at different levels. So we're gonna go right into an experiment that I have a worksheet for you guys that you can try at home. And I've just grabbed liquids. Our liquids here at the library seem to be clear. We do not have any milk. Milk would be a great way to experiment. But what we're going to do, and you guys can do this at home, is we're gonna test what the density of our liquids. So the first one I have is baby oil. The next one we're going to do is mineral oil. Okay, so we better put these so Miss Nicole doesn't forget which one I put in because they're all clear. Don't they look all the same? Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some coloring. So when we mix our liquids, you'll be able to see. So this is my vinegar. It's kind of like water, so I can put in food coloring. That will work. But here's the thing with the oils, food coloring does not mix.
I don't have a clear cup for water, so you might want to transfer that.
That's okay. Oh, I've got this one. Okay, so then this is water, and we'll make water blue, right? I'm happy to drink clear water, but for this experiment, we're gonna use blue. Okay. So this is vinegar, this is water. So to color my oils, I have, this is called mica powder. So we're gonna color the mineral oil. All I need is a little bit. So we're gonna use this stick. We're gonna just drop some in there. Maybe a little more. And a nice yellow color. Okay. And then, I should have done vinegar and green. Silly Miss Nicole. Oh well. hopefully these will be at different levels. Otherwise, we're gonna watch two things mix. Okay, so my baby oil is gonna be red too. Okay. So let's mix in our colors of our oils, and then we're gonna pour it in the bottle and see what happens. Spoon, here we go. See how it actually changes colors? If you would put food coloring in it, it would just like look like little bubbles. It would not. With the mica, because you guys will use this mica whenever you do yours, you want to just make sure that the powder is good and stirred in. Now, the fun part. Okay, baby oil, mineral oil, vinegar. Okay, here's my bottle. Then we're gonna mix it all in. And since I've got I'm gonna add some alcohol, some vegetable oil, and some dish soap too. So we'll do this. First, we're gonna go with the baby oil. Pour it in there. Move it over here so you can see. Okay, there's my baby oil. Now we're gonna pour in some vinegar or vegetable oil. Let's see which one goes on the bottom. Or are they mixing? Are they mixing? No, it looks like the vegetable oil is going to the bottom. Can't see it at home, but here, the bottom of it is clear. So the vegetable oil went below the mineral oil. Now let's try some alcohol. Oh, it's on top of the mineral oil. Now, let's put in the mineral oil. Oops, I totally went on the other side. Miss Nicole's making a mess. It's still separating, but now it looks like it goes alcohol, then mineral oil, then baby oil, then vegetable oil. Maybe if we pour in another color, see how it separates. Ooh, can you see it really separating? The yellow is separating out. Oh, there's the alcohol. Can you see it when I pour it in there? What? This is water. Water went all the way to the bottom. It's pushing everything up. Interesting. Wonder what happens. Oh yeah, this is vinegar. Vinegar is going in. Ooh, it's turning it purple at the bottom. Did it mix or did it go? Oh no, look. Blue, then purple, then red, then orange, yellow, and then a clear on top. One more. Soap. Oh, did it go to the bottom? Did you guys see that? Now we have a new layer. it's still kind of separating out. So it looks like our baby oil and our mineral oil are fairly the same density because they're still kind of mixed up. But then we're gonna let this just hang out and keep separating, and you guys can keep watching it get more layers as all the different liquids find where their density is. And this is what part of your experiment that you guys get to do at home. You'll have a worksheet and it's whatever liquids that you guys have at home. And also you can take fun objects. Let's see, I got a big green flower. I don't know if it'll show. But you can drop different things in. We've got a starfish here. We'll drop the starfish in. Oh, it's going down farther. Oh, now the flower stopped where the vinegar was, because the vinegar was blue. Or no, the water was blue. So water is right there. And my starfish is down there. You guys can drop in different things. Grapes are fun. Rocks. I'm guessing the rocks are gonna go all the way to the bottom, no matter the liquid, but I hope you guys have fun with that part of the experiment at home. Next is our kits. Okay, for your first experiment for the 8 to 12, in your kit, there is some things in it, but there's a lot of stuff that you need at home. So let's go over the first experiment and what you need. So you have a bottle. There is a lid included, but you don't need to use it because we are doing your density actually is also working with chemistry and there's chemical reaction. So we don't want to put the lid on your experiment when you're doing this because we want the gas that it creates to be able to be released and not kept in the bottle, okay? So you need your bottle. You need to get food color. So any food color that you want, you'll need food coloring. You will need vegetable oil, and then you'll need vinegar, baking soda. So you need baking soda. All right. Okay, now the fun begins. You will need to, you can pour in or you can use a measuring cup, whatever works for you. Actually, I'm going to use a Stixie cup. It's about 1/4 cup. It's kind of a little less, so it's about like 2 tablespoons worth of baking soda. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to pour in the baking soda. And I'm kind of turning mine as I go because I want a nice even layer. So there's my baking soda. Then you're going to pour in 10 ounces of vegetable oil. That was not a smooth pour. Please make this where you can make a mess. Because if you're like Miss Nicole and you can't pour a cup in, then it might get messy. So if you have a funnel at home, funnel might be a good idea. All right. Let's clean up my mess just a little bit. And then that gives the vegetable oil a little time to settle. All right. And then clean up my cup a little bit of the oil. Then we're going to use vinegar. Pour in our vinegar. And we only need like 2 ounces of vinegar. I'm gonna just pour 4 just to make sure I have enough. Okay, then you know what? I want my lava lamp to be green. So I'm gonna do, Miss Nicole's on a green kick. Maybe because it's Earth Day that I'm recording this on. Right, stir, mix it up. Okay, here's the fun part. You pour slowly, pour in the vinegar. And then watch what happens. So as you guys don't know, if you haven't played with like home volcanoes, what happens when we mix vinegar and baking soda? It bubbles up, right? Or if anybody did snow volcanoes this summer with snow, we're getting that reaction with our baking soda. But then as our vegetable oil, the vinegar weighs more. So, oh, I put too much vinegar in. 2 ounces, no more than 2 ounces. It just keeps going and going. So for this one, unlike the other experiments, you want to have at least a good inch of space for your gas to exchange. So once you do your at least 1/4 inch of baking soda, then about to here of your vegetable oil, which is about 8 to 10 ounces. And then I would definitely only mix up 2 ounces. Miss Nicole mixed up 4 ounces of vinegar. As you can see, that was too much. Go with 2. And you'll still be able to see lots of fun things happening in your bottle. We have a lot of chemical reaction right now. As it keeps going, this is not done. This will go on for, gosh, I think it went on here at the library for a good 4 hours. So you have enjoyment with your lava lamp for a long time. Yep, see now it's bubbled out all the excess. And now the bubbles are just gonna keep going up and down, up and down. When it starts slowing down, they're gonna get bigger. I hope you guys have fun with your lava lamp. And here's the next experiment. Okay, for the second part of our experiment, we are going to make changing colors sensory bottles. So this is, when you come into the library, the librarian is going to ask you to pick a color, and you're going to pick one of these 3 powders. You're going to pick yellow, blue, or red, because those are our primary colors, right? So our primary colors are going to make secondary colors. So we have yellow and red in this jar. You guys see it? And then when you shake it, you get orange. And the same goes for this yellow and blue. You guys can easily see it. You shake it really good, turns green. But then the cool thing is, you give it a little time and it separates back, because the 2 liquids that we're using have 2 different densities. And most of the stuff for this part of it, you will have or should have at home. So what you'll need for the second one that's in your kit is the powder that's given to you, one of these 3. Then you will get your small bottle and the lid. And then from home, you'll need water, food coloring of still the primary colors, yellow and red and blue. Oh, there's blue, silly blue. Okay, and if you want, you will also need to get glue. I happen to have glitter glue. If you don't have glitter glue, clear glue or regular glue will be just fine. This is more if you decide to use any glitter in your container, you need to have glue because the glue helps. Can you see how this is a bottle that does not have glue? The glitter sticks to the side of the bottle. When you add glue, it does not. It stays at the bottom and it shakes up a lot nicer if you add just a little bit of glue. So I'm gonna add some glitter in mine. So we're gonna start with glitter. So I'm gonna add some gold glitter because I love the green. So I'm gonna make the green. Or I want green as my product. So I'm gonna put in some gold and my yellow. And I'm gonna put in some blue. Then I'm gonna drop on some of these fun shapes for the big floats. Okay, now add my glue. You wanna do about a teaspoon or tablespoonful. Not wanting to come out the top, so we'll just squeeze it in. Okay, for your water, you want to have not hot water, but you want it to be warm. And we only need 4 ounces of water. All right. So then you pour in your 4 ounces of water. Okay. And then remember, we're doing green, so I'm going to add some yellow because the powder I'm going to add is blue. So we're going to drop in some yellow. Yellow you tend to want to add a little bit more to get the yellow. Then I'm going to put the lid on because I want to shake this up. Make sure it's nice and colored. Shake it up. Okay, the blue glitter is kind of making it dark anyways. There's the yellow. Nice, pretty yellow. Okay, and then in another cup, I'm going to pour in 4 ounces of vegetable oil. Okay, your little baggie is about like a quarter of a teaspoon worth of powder. You do not need all of that powder in that little baggie. So if you have a toothpick or like this is just a unused cake pop stick, just use that to get your color out. That's all you need, and drop it in, okay? So do not dump the whole packet in. You don't need all of that coloring. Okay, spoon. Let's stir in your powder. Okay, my blue is mixed up. Now, I'm gonna take off the lid and we're gonna pour in the blue. It's funny how it goes all the way to the bottom and then it wants to stay at the top. Oh, Miss Nicole didn't mix up enough. Let's add 1 more ounce. You want it to go to the top. If you leave a little bit of liquid in the bottom, that's okay. I mean, a little bit of air, but you don't want a lot of air in your bottle. Okay. Again, there's another strip for you to or your plumber's tape. You want to take it and wrap it around, and your plumber's tape is in the little strip. Wrap it around where the threads are on the bottle and kind of press it down a little bit. Again, if it seems like it's still leaking, use hot glue on your bottle. All right, so then there's my, oh, I love it. You can turn it sideways and you can see the yellow and the blue. Shake it up, you get green. If you're not sure which color you guys like, when you guys come in for the kits, I will have my sample bottles for you to shake up, and that'll help you decide what color powder you want to take home for the bottles that you want to make at home, okay? All right, I hope you guys have fun with Make It Monday, and I'll see you tomorrow evening. Bye, friends. Just talks about density, or Things That Float and Things That Don't by David A. Adler. Fun book if you like working with density or just having fun figuring out what sinks and what floats.